Alright, now I'm back with part 2. Remember to check for part 1 down below in the descriptions. So let's see here. Alright, this was my example here from part 1. We'll pretty much move on to part 2, which we have it all done here. And we rhinestone the beautiful queen using the same methods from part 1. Alright. Next, what we want to do is we want to get this onto a shirt to show to our customers. So we can go to our mock-up tab, select mock-up, select women's, and we're going to put it on this V-neck shirt front. Remember to simulate the stones. Let's highlight the entire design. Just hit mock-up. Let the wizard work his magic, and voila, there we have it on for a shirt to mock up and show to our customers. So let's just enlarge this shirt. Click on the shirt, hold shift, drag the arrow up, give it a perfect representation of what the shirt will look like. Let's drag the shirt up a bit. That's great. Now what she said she wanted is black stones. So let's select one aquamarine stone. Come over here to our design wizard. Select the top right one here. And left click. Select all the stones. It selects all of those aquamarine stones. What I like to do is I would group them, but I'm going to change one of them, so I'm not going to group them yet. Let's just change it to our Cosmo so that they can see them on top of that black. And what I want to do is change this bottom row, this queen here, to red stones. So I just highlighted it and made them red stones, like so. Happy 45 beautiful queen. What you can do is add a little bling by clicking the add bling button. Just put one down and deselect it. That way you can resize this one, place it where you want it, and then all we have to do is click and drag and press the space bar to create a duplicate. And we'll pretty much go through the design, add that little bling effect, so when you send it to the customer, they not only will be able to tell that it's rhinestones, but they will be able to see the little shine via the image. Presentation is everything. It's key when you're doing these rhinestones. They want to be able to visually see what it will look like once it's completed. So let's just place a stone here, stone there, stone everywhere. You get a stone. Well, you get a bling. And you get a bling. And you get a bling. Bling, bling. I'm just dragging and pressing spacebar, creating copies of that bling effect. Getting any value out of this video, please smash that like button. Also leave a comment down below. What type of software are you using? Have you ever tried to do the rhinestone designs? After all my research and looking at different softwares to do the rhinestone design, I chose this rhinestone design. Not only is there extensive support from others online, but you got me, and I'm here for the long haul to help you. So we just adding a little bling here and there so that it looks blingy. Now mind you, I wouldn't spend too much time on this part right here, but you definitely want to make sure that it looks like it's blinking, because if you don't, people are going to say, where's the rhinestones? I don't see them. Adding this little bling factor, you know, definitely helps. Definitely helps to give the visual representation of what the shirt will look like. Alright. Boom. All done. You send it to the customer, ask them if they like it. If they like it, then it's a go. It's a go. It's definitely a go. These are just the different mock-ups. This was the first one that I showed her without the stones, because you don't want to waste your time doing the stones if the customer is not happy with the design first. So you want to send them a rough draft of what it looks like. That way they can be like, yeah, I like that, and then you proceed with stoning it up, you know, because that's the part that takes the most time. Alright, moving right along. Let's go back to page 1. Highlight the entire design. Now we're ready to make our rhinestone template. So we go to our templates section. We go to the template section. And I like to use vinyl overcut stone 2+ cut. And what you want to do on this part is, since we have rhinestones and vinyl in the design, you want to right click on vinyl overcut stone 2+ cut, which will, would you like to report this error to TRW? No, because it works just fine. As you can see here, wait a minute. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It does the rhinestone part for us here. And next we can just click on this red, but we're not sorry about that, folks. We're not even cutting this out in vinyl, so we don't need the other part for the 45 or the happy or beautiful queen to be printed or cut. So all we need right now is this beautiful queen. Happy 45 beautiful queen. Now I like to drag it out of the yellow just like so. And if you look here, up here in our design wizard, in CorelDRAW, you can see the design is 11.505 by 13.525. Sure enough, on my cutter, I have a GCC Expert 24, which cuts 24 inches. The rhinestone flock is 12 inches. So this 11.505, I'll be able to cut that out on 12-inch sticky flock. Well, Rocket rhinestone flock, that's what I'm using. Or you can use Magic flock from the rhinestone world. But it's 13.525. As you can see, this one down here, it is 13.008. So I saved a few inches, y'all. Not a few inches, like a half an inch. You know what I mean? Because I just brung up the beautiful queen part. And I can even bring down the happy part. That way, you know, I can get the most out of my rhinestone flock. Because after I brush the stones in and pick them up, all I would have to do is cut between the 45 and the beautiful queen. Make that 2 separate pieces. I can do that, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and leave it as is. Don't worry about even cutting the paper, and pick the stones up all at once and lay them in all at once. Alright, so what I want to do is highlight this, copy it, and once I copy it, I open up my gray cut. Let it open up the gray cut. But I also want to open up my VLCD. Select my printer, Expert 24. Connect. Alright. Once we have our Expert 24 connected to our VLCD 3, I like to change the blade force to 310. Update. Here in our gray cut, we'll paste the design like so. Happy 45th. Up here in the top left hand corner shows you your coordinates, your X and Y axle. So I know the way my cutter is set up, left to right is my Y axis and the length of the vinyl is my X. So I'll turn this like so, so that way it's 11.505 on my Y axis, 13.525 in length. Let's drag it here to the corner, because we know that's where it'll cut at on the cutter. File, output. You want to change the value here to match. So for the pressure, let's make it 310. And for my speed, I normally go 60. Let's save settings. Now it's ready to cut. Alright, I like to hit save settings. And output. It'll sort through all of the objects. Takes a couple seconds. And then this thing will start. Zoom, 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 zoom. There it is, cutting, y'all. Okay, here's the backing paper after the image has been weeded. And of course, there's the rhinestone template. Now next, what you want to do is I grab a funnel here. You pour your rhinestones into the funnel. Need a nice good amount. Next, you want to grab a brush. Get your brush at the link down below, and just in a circular motion, brush those stones in. As you can see, they fall right down into the holes. So continue to keep brushing. Alright. Now what I like to do is sit in this chair. Let me get a little closer. Sit in this chair with my reservoir bucket right on my lap. And I just brush those stones off the edge. Continue to go in a circular motion like so to get those stones in there. When it comes to the edge, just brush them off the edge. Try to keep some in the design so I can continue to fill the rest of the holes up. We're going to go down to beautiful, and then queen we're going to do in the color red. Alright. Next, we move on to the red. Remember to empty out your bucket. Plenty of times I forgot to empty out my bucket. Moving too fast. I grabbed the stones and poured them. I grabbed the stones and brushed the stones right into the bucket with another color. So make sure your bucket is empty. Your reservoir bucket is empty. You grab your stones. Next, we'll pour in the red stones. You only need a few, not many. There's those red stones. You can just proceed to brush those in ever so gently, trying not to interfere with the black stones, of course. When we're all done, brush away the excess stones, of course. Is that a black one? Yep. Put that black one back where it goes. Those red cyanams are just dancing. Look how they dancing. Alright, next, you want to cut off a sheet of transfer tape that matches the same size as your design. Peel off the transfer tape like so. And when you peel it off, it will be staticky. So what I like to do is shake that static off. Shake that static off. Alright? Turn it the way, the length of the graphic. I like to sort of take the corners and bevel it like that, like so. And we go right down on the design with lightning speed, the speed of flash. Like so. We want to take and rub all of those stones into the design. Into the tape, I meant. Sometimes I like to grab. Go over those stones like so. Boom. Lift them all up at once. Lift all those stones up at once. Big design. There we have it. All right. Next, you want to grab the vacuum sheet that it came off of. Lay that back down and reattach this like so. That way you can sit it to the side and brush in your next round of stones. If you got multiple shirts, sit this to the side. This is ready to be pressed. All right. Boom. All right. Also, we have the image. Print it in reverse, of course. So that way when you turn it over and you lay it onto the shirt, it's going on the shirt. As you can see, it matches up with the rhinestone design. Let's do it like this. Oh yeah. Alright, next you want to cut the heat press on. The mold, it's on 315 right now. Let's jack that baby up to 400 because we need it for 400 for sublimation. 60 seconds. We're just going to let that heat up. While that's heating up, what I like to do is prep my shirt. So first, I grab a piece of packing paper. Next, I grab the shirt. Here we have the shirt. I like to lay the shirt out to measure the packing paper to see how much packing paper I will need. Not how much, just the size. So this is a little big, so I have to fold it in like so. Next I take it and place that inside the shirt. And then we got the packing paper inside the shirt so that it doesn't bleed. The image doesn't bleed onto the back. You lay it down like so. But you definitely want to make sure you grab a flat piece of packing paper. This one had a few wrinkles in it, but that's okay. Once that heat hit it, it'll press all of that right up out of there. It's only at 200. It's getting hot. Apply a little heat to it. Yep. Knock that out. Like so. Let that heat hit it, you know what I'm saying? And while the heat press is continuing to warm up, next what I like to do is I like to take my image and just trim it down. Sometimes you may have a little ink splatter on the edges. I like to go ahead and cut this image on down. Boom. That's ready to go. Now, I know the image was like 11 inches and some change, and by 13. We're going to put it like 1 finger, 1.5 fingers down from the collar, just like so. That's going to be gorgeous. I didn't even have the camera adjusted right. So while the heat press is heating up, I like to take my shirt and prep my shirt, put my packing paper in between my shirt so that the image doesn't bleed through. Then I just like to lay it back on the heat press. We don't need our hardboard. The hardboard is over there. We don't need that right now because the image is only 11 inches and some change by 13 inches and some change. And I have a 16 by 20 heat press. So I'll be able to take this shirt and get it all the way up to the edge like so. Take my graphic down and I'll be able to press that in one press. We're letting that heat press heat up for right now. It's only still at 200 degrees. So we wait. Okay. Moving right along. So now we have great temperature. It is hovering at 399, 400. Take our trusty tape, our heat transfer tape. Well, actually, let's go ahead and give it a good press, good pre-press. Knock any moisture out that's in the garment. Also get any wrinkles out. All right. Now, I like to get my tape ready. Cut off a few pieces here. I should only need about 4 for this image. Alright. Flip that bad boy around. Get my placement by using this special ruler that I got called my eyeballs. Alright. That looks pretty centered. Let's tack it down here. Let's tack it down here. Down here. And down here. Next, what I'm actually going to do is, I should have done this beforehand. I'm going to spin this garment. That way I can hang it off at this edge, like so. Next, I grab another sheet of packing paper, cover the entire garment, and we press that for 60 seconds, y'all. Low pressure, so you're not gonna lift this up with my pinky finger. If I need to, watch the magic. Watch the magic. Alright, next we remove the packing paper. As you can see, the packing paper caught the rest of that ink, so it didn't get on the top of the heat press. Alright. Check that out, y'all. Happy 45th, beautiful queen. Looks gorgeous. Alright. Next, what we want to do is we want to lower the temp on the heat press. Right now it's at 400. To press the rhinestones in, we want to be back down at 315. Well, I like pressing them in at 315, especially when I'm working with the polyester shirts. If I was using cotton shirts or whatnot, I would typically press it in a little higher, maybe 320, 325. And now we wait. All right. We're down to a comfortable 315. Now we have the rhinestones. Pull them off the backing like so. And all we gotta do is line it up like so. Lift it and move it and slide it until we got it in place. Boom, Boom. So like so. Like so. It's looking good. What you want to do is take one last cover sheet, cover the entire shirt, and let's press this for about 20-25 seconds. That's good right there. Remove the cover sheet. Go in there and make sure the design didn't stick to the inside sheet. Go ahead and peel this back. We can put this right back on here, y'all. Use that again. And here we have it. Happy 45. Look at that, y'all. Let me bring y'all down here so y'all can see it. Look at that. Yes. Oh yeah. It's looking good.